Welcome back. Today we're diving into a brand new explainer, and honestly, this one fundamentally rethinks how modern companies scale their high-performance tech teams. We're taking a close look at Commelo, a company that has engineered a much smarter, completely frictionless way to bridge visionary business strategy with elite global execution.
So here's a question for you. Why is it that scaling an engineering team so often drains your innovation instead of, actually accelerating it? It's a massive, high-risk pain point for almost any US-based tech leader. You need to grow, so you look outward for help, but suddenly your internal experts are spending way more time managing miscommunications than building actual products.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the offshore innovation drain, recognizing the traditional barriers to scale. Which brings us to Section 2, the Commelo Nearshore model. This is all about bridging intelligence and connectivity across borders.
When you look at the traditional offshore model versus Commelo's nearshore approach, the contrast is honestly night and day. With the old way, you're constantly fighting distant time zones, massive communication gaps, and paying for junior-heavy teams to basically learn on your dime. But Commelo totally flips the script. They use a Miami-based project manager paired with 100% senior Latin American engineers, creating a true global sync. And here's the absolute game changer. That Miami-based PM, they act as your direct, seamless bridge, and their expertise is completely included when you hire the developers. You aren't paying a single extra cent for a management layer. It's just built right in to guarantee absolute alignment with US business standards.
So what does this nearshore model actually look like in practice? Well, because that dedicated Miami-based manager is flawlessly translating your North American business strategy, Commelo is able to tap into the absolute best senior engineering talent in Latin America. And we're talking about elite developers, even those who might not be perfectly fluent in English. The PM handles that trilingual bridge so smoothly that language just isn't a barrier anymore. This unlocks incredibly capable senior developers for you at extremely competitive rates. Honestly, it's way more cost-effective than trying to figure it out and hire directly in Latin America yourself.
Okay, so how do they actually do it? They use a really precise three-step operational pipeline. Step 1 is connect. That's where they identify your specific automation and staffing gaps. Step 2 is engineer, where they bring in senior delivery right from their tech hubs. And finally, Step 3 is scale. They seamlessly integrate these experts directly into your core team. The whole thing is perfectly designed to take you from initial discovery to global scale, literally without missing a single beat.
Moving on to Section 3. Engineering solutions and expertise. Let's talk about precision engineering for modern enterprises.
So what exactly are these elite teams building once they're integrated? Well, they're tackling the really high-stakes, modern enterprise problems. We are talking about custom generative AI and automation to optimize your workflows, development on demand with top-tier talent, and certified Salesforce expertise. Think Sales Cloud and MuleSoft integrations. Plus, they handle deep IT consulting and custom architectures. They aren't just in there writing code. They are solving incredibly complex puzzles for your business.
Now, let's put some numbers to this. 20 plus. That is the number of years of US-based innovation and cultural fluency that Commelo's managing partner brings to the table. That experience is basically the anchor of the whole operation. It ensures every single piece of Latin American engineering flawlessly meets strict North American standards.
Next up, 50 plus. That's how many complex, high-stakes projects Commelo has already successfully delivered for innovative companies all around the world. They've absolutely got the track record to prove it.
And then there's this one, 2 hours. This is their guaranteed average response time. It completely validates their promise of a true global sync and full working hour overlap. When you need them, boom, they're there.
Let's see this in action in Section 4, the Brevet Project Challenge. This is high-stakes automation at its finest. To really grasp how this model works under pressure, we have to look at the Brevet Project. The challenge here was intense, automating high-stakes flight hour calculations. This definitely wasn't your basic coding assignment. It required absolute flawless mathematical precision, plus a really deep mapping of complex aviation agency, or ANAC, regulations. Even a tiny communication gap here could have meant a massive regulatory failure. No pressure, right? But check out the result. They built a custom high-performance rule engine that delivered zero-error processing and 100% auditing compliance. And the best part? It was perfectly executed through that seamless trilingual management acting as the bridge. The U.S. management translated all those complex aviation regulations straight to the senior LATAM engineers. No details got lost in translation, and the client didn't have to deal with any cultural management overhead whatsoever.
Let's look at more proof in Section 5, Real Results for Global Leaders. We're talking about transforming operations with elite talent.
Just look at the real-world impact they're having. Marcus Lindgren, the VP of Operations over at NordEquip AB, pointed out that a back-office task that used to take a team of 5 people a full week to do now runs in under 4 hours. I mean, that is a 95% reduction in processing time, and that happened purely because Commelo's senior engineers took the time to truly understand the business before they wrote a single line of code.
Then you have Catalina Reyes, the CRO of Apex FinTech Solutions. She saw massive shifts in both speed and budget. Commelo came in and delivered a complete Salesforce overhaul, Sales Cloud and MuleSoft, in just 6 weeks. And get this, they did it 15% under budget, which led to a 40% increase in their pipeline velocity. It just goes to show that when you have the right senior talent and seamless management, speed and efficiency absolutely go hand in hand.
And what about technical depth? Well, James Whitfield, head of data engineering at Transcend Analytics, explained that the AI pipeline Commelo built for them now processes over 12,000 documents every single day with 99.7% accuracy. It literally replaced 8 manual reviewers. That is exactly the kind of senior-level architectural thinking that fundamentally transforms how a company handles its data.
There's also massive financial value at play here. David Okafor, Director of Infrastructure at PrimeCore Systems, shared that a rapid Commelo IT audit found 23 critical vulnerabilities in just 72 hours. Their remediation roadmap ended up saving the company an estimated $2 million in potential breach costs. $2 million, that's huge. Which brings us to our final part, Section 6, Scaling Your Tech Vision. It's time to stop losing time with average teams.
So let's quickly summarize the Commelo advantage. First, you completely eliminate offshore time zone and communication barriers. Second, you partner strictly with 100% senior, battle-tested engineers. Third, you leverage a Miami-based management team as your strategic, fully included bridge to guarantee top-tier execution. And finally, you build high-performance AI, CRM, and custom tech solutions that are actually built to scale. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this one powerful thought. Efficiency isn't just about the code you write. It's about the connection between your global strategy and the actual execution. When you finally remove that friction, your innovation can just skyrocket. So, take a hard look at how your own teams are structured right now. Are you ready to stop losing time with average teams and finally bridge that gap between your vision and flawless execution?